This
Absolutely.
policy is a policy instigated and initiated by the people of the Biden administration. They have created this crisis on the border. It's like President Biden is the general, the top dog heading the invasion. He is like the leader of it, and his administration into the United States, into his own nation. Why are they doing this? You have to ask yourself that question, because it's in a way, if we're looking at it like logical people, he is literally tearing this country from the inside out. This administration's policy is not meant to exalt our nation. It's meant to destroy it. And I'm really concerned about that. I'm sure every American is.
They should be. I can tell you, thank goodness for news outlets, this podcast, and several others that are trying to get the truth out, because many of the mainstream media simply won't cover this. But I can tell you this, the Biden administration is the cartel's best friend. They have enabled the cartels to make billions and billions of dollars at the expense of the American people, at the expense of the migrants themselves. There's been over 700 bodies found down there. That's the ones we find. There is human trafficking going on. I have visited that border numbers of times as the co-chairman of the House Border Security Caucus. Been down there with you. I've been interviewed by you several times down there, and unbelievably, the Biden administration seems bent on ruining the finest country, the freest country, the beacon, the shining city on a hill, the beacon of freedom, as Reagan called it. And this is not just all. This is on every front. This open border that we have, we've had at least 3 or 4 dozen terrorists people on the terrorist watch list that have been apprehended. How many got away that didn't get caught?
Right. I was just going to ask you about that. That is a huge national security implication. I am talking to people in Panama, talking to people in Guatemala, speaking to intelligence operatives on the ground down there, even sources I'm talking to in Mexico. We have people coming from all over the world.
That's right.
First of all, how many terrorists and traffickers are getting into this country that we even know of? And how many more have already gotten in that we don't even know of? I mean, that's just the question here, right? Because it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before we find out what's going on.
That's right. It's not if, it's when we get hit again by a major terrorist attack. If 42 terrorists came across that we know of that were on the terrorist watch list, and we're recalling that 19 terrorists carried out the most heinous, terrible terrorist attack in the history of our country on 9/11. This president is putting us, and his administration is putting us in the most vulnerable position